Girbeagly!
Hey there guys and gals, it's Girbeagly with another episode of Gaming with Girbeagly, and I'm once again playing another random one-shot from over on itch.io. This is a game called Scorpions, and this is a really short visual novel that caught my eye for a number of reasons. The very first reason is due to the fact that this is completely grounded in reality. This game is about two girls who are friends who are preparing for Hurricane Matthew to hit. For those of you guys who don't know what Hurricane Matthew is, it's a hurricane that hit the U.S. late last year. It was very, very devastating. It destroyed so many properties over the East Coast, and it was just a very scary time for people who lived in those areas. Several people were killed. It was quite intense. So to be like a girl in that situation, to be anyone in that situation, obviously you're going to be very nervous. So this is about two friends, two young girls who are sort of like anxious about the upcoming storm. And then the other reason that this game caught my eye is due to the fact that it was actually created by a high school student. So this was made by a girl who is a senior in high school, which you don't get a lot of game devs who are that young. So I'm really, really curious to try it out. I was told that it's very short, so I'm excited to see how it goes. Let's go ahead though and get started and find out if this game that's grounded more in reality, more than the fantasy settings that I'm used to, is something that still can tell this really impactful story. But anyway, I already like it. It's already got this rain sound effect in the background. A lot of good atmosphere here.
The sky has been black for 3 days. The rain just as long, but seemingly forever. The noise is constant, something I'm conscious of at every level. Every clack against the tin roof is a raindrop. Every drumbeat of thunder shakes the house. Every thunk from the tree above my room. I feel like I've been laying in bed for hours, trying to convince myself that I'm asleep, trying to fight the noise of the rain with my own worrying dreams. I'm ripped out of my hazed faux sleep at the shuffling behind my closed door. It's Dad, still preparing, probably. He's worried about what's to come, despite it being his choice to...
Oh, our little cell phone's going off.
My phone vibrates and doesn't stop. Dad told me to put it on airplane mode in case I can't charge it for a few days. I didn't listen. The first alert is a warning. The hurricane is supposed to hit my town at 7 p.m. Residents should evacuate if they haven't already. Closing the warning makes the vibrating stop. It's 12 p.m., 7 hours till impact. I can't believe I laid here for 9 hours. Strangely enough, the rain sounds like it's just as hard as it's been. No more, no less.
I like the art in this as well. I'm assuming that the same person who wrote this and programmed it also did all of the art. It's like this really sort of like sketchy style, but at the same time, it looks really cool. I like that. It's very atypical for a visual novel.
After barely processing the time, I get a message from a niece. She never messages first, so it's slightly jarring. It must be urgent. Opening the message, I notice she's still typing another. She stops when she sees I've read the first. Have you and your dad evacuated? No, and I don't think we are. I'm pretty worried, to be honest.
Alright, so our name is Belle. That's a pretty name.
I don't want to make this about me, not again. What about you, though? Your family leave when school was first canceled? No, I'm still in town. Dad's been gone for a couple weeks, and my brother left when the first warning came in during third period.
Oh god, does that mean that her brother, like, abandoned her? That's really effed up.
Oh god, does that mean you're home alone? Yeah, that's sort of what I wanted to ask you about. If you want to come over, you can. I just have to convince my dad to pick you up. I won't go with though. I'm too scared to leave my room. She takes a second and I worry. I love you. That's fine, I love you too. 7 hours to impact. I ask my dad to brave the rain to pick up a niece. He agrees, but only because she's home alone. Dad tries to add a happy slant to his words, but his eyes are scared. He's coming. Just wait it out for a bit, okay? Sorry I can't go. Thank you. It means more than you think.
Ooh, that thunder.
It tears me apart that I'm too afraid to leave this room to escort her here. I've known a niece for 2 years, which is much less than most of our other friends. We're the same age, but despite that, a niece has always felt like a little sister to me, and much more like family than my actual family. I think she looks at me the same way, like family, but I'm always afraid I don't spend enough time with her. I'm afraid because I haven't had a chance to spend enough time with her. I always think I'll mess up, even though that should be impossible. Anise, I'm gonna lay back down. Text me when Dad gets there, okay? 'Kay. I don't know how I'm so incredibly tired, yet so terrified terrified of death at the same time.
So I've noticed that there's like a number of punctuation and writing errors in this so far. Once again, very young dev, probably not like an English major in college yet or anything of that degree, so I can look past it, that's fine. I haven't had too much trouble reading it so far.
My heart pumps 40 miles a minute from the storm, from leaving Anise alone for a moment. I close my eyes and the rain lulls me to sleep, the rhythmic tapping of the tree against my wall. Belle, I'm here.
Aw, Anise is so cute. Look at her. Oh, wow, and then this is us, and we're like way taller than her.
I'm a mess. Hey, Anise, did I glance at my phone, hoping Anise doesn't notice I slept through her text. Yeah, I missed your text, sorry. I know you did, loser. Your dad said you were probably asleep. Guess he checked on me before leaving. I glance at my phone again. It's around 1:30, 5 hours to impact. Yeah, sorry. There's nothing to be sorry about. Anyway, your dad said there's still electronics to drag up here. I'm gonna help, but you can stay in your room if you want.
Wow, what a nice girl.
I'm unbelievably scared to cross the threshold of my door. Something about my room seems safer than the house, and I don't want Anise leaving it either. But I don't want to leave Anise. Yeah, sure, let's help my dad.
That's weird. I thought I was told that, like, during hurricanes you should stay away from windows in case something comes flying through them or the glass breaks and, like, comes into your room or something. I don't know. Maybe I heard wrong.
We spent the rest of the hour moving large electronics and irreplaceable things upstairs. All noise was drowned by rain. Dad tells us there's nothing more for us to do as he exits the house to bring in the patio furniture. He unlatches the large umbrella without closing it, and the wind tries to take it away. He jumps and grabs it out of the air. The wind is angry and he falls down. Anise and I giggle to ourselves as he gets back up.
Is it just me or is the rain getting a little bit louder? Good lord.
We go back to our room, where I feel safer for absolutely no reason.
You guys were laughing at your dad when he, like, was trying to prepare for this horrible hurricane and, like, fell in the muddy water? Ugh.
5 hours to impact. You okay, Anise? I mean, I think so. This is a really scary situation, though. Is there a reason you guys didn't evac? It wasn't my choice. I'm scared every time that branch hits my wall. As if to prove my point, it slams into my wall much harder and louder, then goes back into its menacing taps. My dad keeps saying things like, it's just the businesses trying to get people to buy gas and stuff, but if he really thought that, I don't think he'd be preparing. Yeah, he seems scared. Even for preparing, he's going to extra lengths for it. Right? It's ridiculous. If he wanted to stay safe, we should have left when we were told to. Hey, I wanted to ask. I think there's people who are leaving town still, so why didn't you try to find someone who was? I don't know. I figured if I wasn't leaving, and you weren't, that I wanted to be with you. Make sure you're okay.
Oh, that's sweet.
Anise hugs me, but it catches me off guard and we headbutt. I love you too, loser. Remember when the announcement happened on Tuesday? Everyone in probably every class was screaming in joy. Yeah, it's sort of messed up that a deadly hurricane is a cause of joy. Extremely messed up. Not to mention, now everyone who was cheering is probably gone, wondering if they're gonna come back to rubble. Or like us, and wondering if they'll be a part of the rubble.
Oh god, that's morbid.
Come on, Anise, I'm scared, but we're with each other, right? I thought storms calmed you. She smiles slightly when I said, we're with each other. My heart pounds as I feel my family-esque connection kick in. Yeah, at least I'm with you. Storms usually do calm me down, but not when they're likely to destroy half the town. Anise's phone beeps from low charge. I check mine. We've been talking for a while. It's 3 p.m., so 4 hours till impact. Anise moves to sit against the wall and use the charger. It's amazing we still have power. She becomes visibly unsettled as the rain begins to get harder, forcing the branch of the tree to hit the wall so hard it shakes. We spend a bit in uncomfortable silence while the rain takes over our thoughts. The power flickers on, then off, then on, then turns off without coming back. So, why were you home alone again? Well, my dad is a busy businessman, which you know, but recently he's had to fly around a lot. So it's just been you and Ben there. Yeah, it's why I can't hang out as much. Even though I want to be with you, I need to make sure Ben doesn't do something dumb. But he's your older brother, isn't he? That doesn't mean he makes good choices, though. Dad only trusted him to look after me because he's got a license and I don't. And he just left? And he just left without you? He left a note. It just said, got mandatory evacuation notice, had to leave or I would have been put away again.
It sounds like Ben was in jail before or something like that.
I don't think he did it out of selfishness or anything. I think he was genuinely worried about himself, and I think he's worried about me, but no one is allowed to come back in after they leave. Anise looks intense with self-reflection and worry. I embrace her. This time we don't headbutt. She sniffles, and my heart drops.
Aw.
I'm so sorry, Anise. It's okay. You're a better sibling anyway. For a moment, I feel like she confirmed my reason for existence.
Oh wait, that's what Anise said to Belle. I did the wrong voice for that.
Just for a moment, though. I glance at my phone again. 4 p.m., 3 hours left. I'm unreasonably tired, the rain both increasing my tiredness and making me anxious. Hey, Anise, I'm sort of tired and scared. Would you be okay if I napped again?
Man, she naps a lot.
She puts her hand through my hair. Of course, don't worry. Wake me up in an hour, okay? I don't want to leave you alone too much. All right, and you won't, okay? I nod and slink under the covers. The harsh rain slams against the tin roof. The thunder sounds like armies stepping in unison. The tree branch sounds like a battering ram ready to breach the one safe place on Earth. I lose the fight with the rain, the noise taking over my mind as I have no dreams, just a blank mind. I fall asleep. An hour passes and I wake up. It wasn't by Anise, though. It was by my own power. I glance around my dark room for her. Then I feel it.
Aw, how sweet.
Anise's arm around my body. Her breath against the bottom of my neck. Her legs slightly over mine.
Aw, cuddle fest.
Anise knows me too well, I guess. She did this to comfort me. I lay awake, not sure if I should wake us up or let this moment go on forever, this warmth from being close and together. I want to wake her up, just to lay here awake, to tell her she's amazing, that I feel closer to her than anyone, that I feel like she's a light in my life. I want to say I love you, Anise, and for it to really mean something in a connecting emotional way. She's family, and she deserves to know she means the world. Her arm moves slightly, and she rubs my shoulder. I stop thinking and close my eyes again. It goes comfortably black again, the rain turning into a new definition of silence.
Oh, okay.
My phone goes off. I think Anise set an alarm so we could wake up before the impact. Anise and I get up. She checks my phone. Belle? What's wrong, Anise? Alert says the hurricane is 1 hour earlier than expected. Find shelter now.
Oh man, get out of there, guys.
Anise had mentally prepared herself for disaster at 7. She starts to cry. This rain, harsher than ever, is somehow still silence. I take her hand and lead her off of the bed. We sit there and I hold her head to my chest. I've never seen Anise cry, only get quiet. It's heartbreaking. The rain is harder than ever. Every drop sounds like a gunshot. The thunder was a small tap compared to the branch being wildly thrown against the wall, causing the room to shake and shake and shake. The tree cracks the wall. It hits and hits until the wooden battering ram makes its way into the safe area. Anise screams.
Oh shit. Damn.
The tree falls into my room and causes debris to fall inside along with the rain. I push Anise toward the door as a panel from the ceiling falls on my leg. Anise drags me from the room, both of us soaking wet, the water from her hair mixing with our tears at the possibility of losing each other. Anise helps me limp to the bathroom. We sit there and drip water as Dad scrambles to stuff the bottom of my door with towels. Anise, I love you too, Belle. I don't want to lose you. She said it like she was pissed, but it's just because she's afraid. She put her hands through my hair, and we sat there dripping for hours until Dad woke us. Though it had only been 3 days, it felt like this was the first time I'd seen a blue sky, the first time I'd felt the sun. We're family, I'm sure of it, and together we saw tomorrow. Thank you, Anise.
Aw. Oh, okay, so that was it. That was really, really sweet. Very, very cute game. I liked it a lot. I really, really did. I like the atmosphere and the pacing of it. Obviously, the creator of it, there's like a couple mistakes, like I said, in the writing. Some of the writing was a little bit, I don't know, like the wording could be a bit better, but overall this was awesome, especially for a first game. This was really, really well done. I love the art. Like I said, I like the atmosphere. I like the conversation back and forth between the two characters and them just like growing as friends. I like the fact that Belle in the beginning was talking about how she wasn't as close to Anise as she wanted to be, but then this sort of event brought them closer together, and them just spending time sort of contemplating what was about to happen helped them grow closer as friends. I like that a lot. I think that it was this very innocent, nice story, and I'm wondering now if this actually happened to the developer, if the girl who made this game actually dealt with a trauma like this. Obviously going through the hurricane, I'm assuming that actually happened, but having like, you know, a tree branch bust through her ceiling and through her wall and pin her to the ground because like some debris fell on her, like that would be really intense. I have no idea if this is based 100% on a true story or if it was just told in a way to make this story have more impact. But either way, it's a beautiful, beautiful visual novel. I really enjoyed it. I hope that you guys did as well. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video and favorite it. Also be sure to subscribe to me if you guys haven't already. For those of you who have, thank you so much for all of your support. You guys are the best in the world. I love every single one of you, and as always, it was great seeing ya. Bye-bye.
Girbeagly.